Okay, we're covering coffee concepts, and I'm often asked as I talk to people, they love coffee, they like making drinks, and they dream of how can I, on the side, keep my regular job, or how can I break into coffee at the lowest possible price point? And my answer is always the same. You can have a machine in your home and make it mobile so you can take it out and cater events. And online, you can see my brochure for espresso bar catering. And there's even pricing on there. But this is the Vecino's coffee guy. And I'm happy to join you in your dream of doing coffee and turning a hobby into a business where you're making money. Maybe you're in a position where you want to launch out into business where you're going to make money for the first month. And this coffee catering bar that I designed is worth looking into. Number one, it's a lot cheaper than a coffee cart. A cart is a self-sustained bar that's on wheels that rolls, and they can weigh 500 to 1,000 pounds. And this bar is something two people can lift and slide it into the back of a sport utility. Pull it out, sit it on a banquet table, plug it in, and start catering. There are lots of challenges with 110 and 220. Most single group machines can be 220, but most of them are 110. So if you put a 110 machine on, you eliminate the finding 220. Now, there's another device that I have discovered and I happened upon. It's called Quick 220. And so you can take a Quick 220, plug it into two 110s on different legs, different circuits, and it converts together to make a 220. So you can do it with two 220 outlets if they're on a different breaker. And then that makes it easy if you have a 220 machine. Now, on this bar that we're showing you, you could put a 110 single group or a 220 two group or even a single group or a double group 110. So there's all kinds of electrical options and machine size options that will fit on this bar. Now, if you're doing a single group, we might even design a bar that's a little bit shorter. And so you could put this in possibly a hatchback, and I've done that too. So these are the options for getting into the coffee business without a lot of money. And on the brochure, you will see that there are lots of different things. There's weddings, and there's teacher appreciations. The Parent-Teacher Association may hire you. I set up a guy that made his whole living doing Parent-Teacher Association teacher appreciations at different schools in the school system. You can use it in cars when they bring out a new car and they want to introduce it. And instead of having popcorn, Coke, and hot dogs, like a lower end car company, maybe it's a BMW, Mercedes, Jaguar, Porsche, and they want something a little more high class. Well, you can set up an espresso bar and do lattes, mochas, cappuccinos. And this all works really wonderful together if you have a sport utility, even a hatchback, and this little bar. And that way you can take it home, plug it in, and make drinks for your friends and for yourself as well. I don't know of anybody that has a machine like this on the market. I actually designed it because as a pastor, I was asked to go do a special event at Taylor University, and they started asking me over and over to do, and so I would have to bring my machine in and a bottled water pump system, which we have too, and plugging those in and finding something to put on a table to bring it up to countertop height. Because you don't want to be bending down, you want to do it at countertop height. And so I designed this bar, this self-contained tabletop bar, to take a banquet table and bring it to countertop height. It has a waste tank, a fresh water tank, and all you do is you plug the water inlet in a quick disconnect and you unplug it. Or you leave it together. We had a bar that slid in that was lower, and we slid it in and it incorporated two machines in the bar, the coffee bar. And we had a coffee bar and we had two machines. Actually, we had three because we like espresso machines. So we were able to do a lot at this event center where we could slide it in or we could slide it out and take it out and do special events. So this is an opportunity and an option. It's hard to find all the parts that I found to put together to do this bar, but I found a 4-gallon water tank that goes into this pump system that will fit in a 10-inch space and slide in and out to make your coffee bar portable, and your water tank would slide out. And then there's a waste tank underneath, so everything you need is self-contained in this little bar. So I would recommend this to you if you're trying to get into the business as a hobby or on the cheap. This is a good possibility for you. That's all. This is Guy from the Vecino's Coffee Guy. I'm going to ask you, if you enjoy this, to subscribe to it and go to our website and look at this coffee bar. Thank you. That smells good.